Hello dear friends, welcome back to my channel. In this video we will be discussing about very important topic related to human reproduction, that is gametogenesis. So let us start our video. So what is gametogenesis? We all know that gametogenesis is a process of formation of gametes, that is sperms and ovum. So sperms are produced in testes in the females, whereas ovum or egg is produced in ovaries in the females. So this process is known as gametogenesis. And the cells which produce gametes are known as germ cells or germinal cells, and they are diploid in nature, means they have 2n number of chromosomes. And another difference between gametes and somatic cells, that is body cells, is that gametes have haploid number of chromosomes, whereas somatic cells have 2n number of chromosomes. In another word, gametes have half the number of chromosomes which are found in the somatic cells. So that is very important point we should know. Next, meiosis. It is a kind of cell division which is the most significant part of gametogenesis. So without meiotic divisions, gametogenesis cannot take place. Another thing is that gametogenesis for the formation of sperms is known as spermatogenesis, whereas the process of formation of ova or egg is known as oogenesis. And the main common between these two process is that it is completed in three phases. So what are they? They are multiplication phase, growth phase and maturation phase. In multiplication phase, the germ cells multiply and that occur by mitotic divisions. Here only the number of germ cells increases, whereas in growth phase the size of germ cells increases. In maturation phases, the germ cells undergo meiotic divisions to produce haploid gametes. So all these three phases we will see in the later video. Now let us see what is spermatogenesis. So as we all know that it is a process of formations of sperms and it takes place in the testes of the male. Also it occurs in the seminiferous tubules of the testes. Next, in the seminiferous tubules we will find germinal epithelium cells. So these are the germinal epithelium cells which has cuboidal, primary or primordial germ cells, and also they have elongated pyramidal or columnar polygonal cells which is known as Sertoli cells. So in the process of spermatogenesis, first they form one structure which is known as spermatids. This is not a functional sperm. So now let us see how spermatids are formed. They are formed with the help of three phases, that is multiplication phase, growth phase and maturation phase. In multiplication phase, when male attain its sexual maturity, that time the undifferentiated primordial germ cells divide many times. So they divide mitotically. Here in the figure you can see, with the help of mitosis process, spermatogonium, that is mother germ cells, divide many times to produce additional spermatogonia, and it has 2n number of chromosomes, that is diploid in nature. In human being, it has 46 number of chromosomes. So sperm mother cells, which is also known as spermatogonium, has 46 number of chromosome in human. Later on, in growth phase, each spermatogonium actively grows to larger primary spermatocytes. So they grows with the help of taking nutritions from the nursing cells. So from Sertoli cells they take the nourishment. So this process of formations of primary spermatocytes is known as spermatocytogenesis. The next process is maturation phase, where each primary spermatocytes undergo two successive meiotic divisions. Here in the figure you can see, that is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. So each primary spermatocytes, first after meiotic division, meiosis 1, it will give secondary spermatocytes, that is, which will have n number of chromosomes. So from 2n it becomes n, that is why meiotic 1 division is known as reductional division, whereas meiosis 2 is a equational divisions, where haploid number of chromosomes are found in spermatids. Here in the figure you can see nicely. So both secondary spermatocytes now undergo second maturation divisions, as we have seen, that is meiosis 2, and it finally gives 4 haploid spermatids by each primary spermatocytes. So this is how spermatogenesis process takes place in the male. Now let us see how from spermatids the spermatozoa or functional sperms are produced. So they are produced by a process known as spermiogenesis or spermatoteliosis or differentiation phase. So during this process many changes takes place in spermatids. So what are they? First, the formation of acrosomes by Golgi apparatus, and also elongation and condensation of nucleus, then separations of centrioles, and also formations of axial filament from distal centriole, and then development of mitochondrial spiral around upper parts of axial filament. And lastly, differentiations of limiting membrane and formation of flagellum also takes place, and finally all these changes leads to the formation of spermatozoon or functional sperm. Next, the Sertoli cells, which are found in seminiferous tubules, they are phagocytic in nature, means they consume the residual cytoplasm discarded during spermiogenesis. After their maturations, spermatozoa detach from the Sertoli cells, and that process is known as spermiation. So when spermatozoa will detach, they will get stored in epididymis and first portions of vasa differentia of testes up to 1 month, where they gain motility, and also they will be supplied with nutritions from the epithelium of the epididymis. So these are some facts related to spermatogenesis. Now let us see how the sperms look like. So each sperm has 4 parts, that is head, neck, middle piece and tail, and they are surrounded by plasma membrane, and the sperm head has elongated haploid nucleus, and the upper anterior portions of sperm is having cape-like structure which is known as acrosome. Here in the figure you can see nicely, and in acrosome we get two kinds of enzymes, that is proteolytic and lysosomal enzymes, which are popularly known as sperm lysines like hyaluronidase, corona penetrating enzyme, acrosine or zona lysine. And in the neck region, which is a region between head and middle piece, which has two kinds of centriole, that is proximal centrioles towards the nucleus, which plays very important role in the first cleavage of the zygote, and the distal centrioles which give rise to the axial filament of the sperm. So here are the 4 parts of sperm: head region, tail region, middle piece region, then tail. Next, in the middle piece of sperm is a long cylindrical part of sperms where numerous mitochondria are found. So due to this, it provides energy for the movement of tail region of the sperms, which facilitate sperm motility, which is essential for fertilization. and the tail region of the sperm is long, slender and tapering in nature, and is formed of cytoplasms where axoneme or axial filaments are found throughout, and that is why the tail region is a vibratile part of the sperm. Now let us see what is the main significance of spermatogenesis. So the main significance are: during spermatogenesis, one spermatogonium produce 4 sperms, and sperms have half the number of chromosomes, and after fertilizations the diploid chromosome number is restored in the zygote. So due to this, it maintains the chromosome number of the species. So very important significance of spermatogenesis. Next, during meiosis 1, that is crossing over takes place in the Pachytene stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. So due to this crossing over, it brings variation to an individual. Next, spermatogenesis occurs in various organisms, and due to this, it supports the evidence of the basic relationships of the organism. So this is all about spermatogenesis. So at last, I would like to say, keep watching my videos, like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much for your time.